September 10th, 2025. Bad day for the United States. I want to start off by saying that usually my videos present the facts and nothing else. I am not one to input my opinions on subjects, as my purpose is to inform others on governmental and political matters and events. Today is not one of those days. I am deeply saddened by events that have occurred today, and therefore this video will be facts as well as my opinions. The world is a crazy place, and it is getting worse every day that goes by. A few years back, I lived in a very rural town and didn't interact with big city life or individuals on a daily basis. Therefore, I was shielded to the fuckery that was occurring. Since then, I have moved to a greater metro city where there were better options for my children, educational-wise, as well as for myself, career-wise. But with big city life comes big city crimes, drama, and violence. I do realize that this is a daily occurrence in big cities, and as sad as it is, it almost becomes a norm. But there were two instances of violence and crime that occurred today that really messed with me. These two instances didn't happen in my city, but in two separate locations. Instance 1, the death of Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was a conservative activist and influential Trump ally. He was the co-founder and CEO of the youth organization, Turning Point USA. Today, Wednesday, September 10th, 2025, at approximately 12:10 p.m., Charlie was shot while speaking at an event in Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. The event had over 3,000 spectators in attendance. Kirk was about 20 minutes into a presentation when a single shot was fired at him. Videos shared on social media from Utah Valley University capture Kirk speaking into a handheld microphone beneath a white tent, displaying the slogans, "The American Comeback," and "Prove Me Wrong." Suddenly, a gunshot is heard, and Kirk lifts his right hand as blood pours heavily from the left side of his neck. Shocked spectators gasp and scream before scrambling to flee. The Associated Press confirmed the footage was recorded at the Sorensen Center courtyard on the Utah Valley University campus. Immediately before the shooting, Kirk was taking questions from an audience member about mass shootings and gun violence. "Do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?" the person asked. Kirk responded, "Too many." The questioner followed up. "Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Counting or not counting gang violence?" Kirk asked. That's when the single shot went off. The shooter wore dark clothing and fired from a building roof some distance away to the courtyard where the event took place. Shortly after, two separate men were taken into custody, both being released after interviewed. At this time, no suspect is in custody. Charlie Kirk was one of my biggest political influencers. While I did not agree with him on all of his stances, he was a very big part of my reasons to want to learn more about politics. Instance 2. School shooting at Evergreen High School. Evergreen High School is in the Colorado foothills, about 28 miles southwest of Denver. Today, September 10th, 2025, at approximately 12:30 p.m., a student of the school opened fire with a handgun, wounding two students, before fatally shooting himself. One student is currently in critical condition, while the other has non-threatening injuries, both at St. Anthony's Hospital in Lakewood, Colorado. Police responded within 5 minutes, as well as numerous other agencies shortly thereafter. They quickly cleared each classroom and regained some calmness to the chaos. One student, who was eating lunch at the time of the shooting, recalled hearing 15 to 30 gunshots. Although this drill has been exercised many times throughout the school years, no one has told them what to do when the occurrences happen while at lunch, only while in class. This left many students in a panic, hiding around corners and others running outdoors. This is the 47th shooting that took place at a school in the United States so far this year, 24 of which were on college campuses and 23 on K-12 school grounds. This has got to absolutely stop. People need to start being held accountable for what their children are doing, and they need to start being parents. Get involved in your children's lives. Until they turn 18 and move out of the house, they are children. Treat them as such. So-called parents are letting children do whatever they want and are being friends instead of being parents. I'm not implying that that was the case here. Nor am I implying that even with involvement, things like this won't ever happen. But it would happen less. When I was younger, we had all the freedom in the world, without constant communication or tracking. But we also got our butts whooped when we acted out, or were disrespectful in any way. We wouldn't even think of doing these things that occur today. It is absolutely unreal. This event in particular hit me hard because last year my children's school had a few instances of shooting threats. As a parent, I was scared beyond means that I can even describe. Even when the situation died down, I never really felt ready to send them back to school. We as parents should not have to worry about our children being harmed by a shooter after dropping them off at school. This was definitely a tragedy for all involved.